Cyty Speaks, kid. All day, brother.
What's good, everybody? On this week of Cyty Speaks, I want to talk about the generation gap in hip-hop. Not a lot of people talk about it or even mention it when they speak about hip-hop, but I feel like this is a very important subject I would like to express my thoughts on.
I want you to be aware of your business. I want you to know whether you're in a 360 or not. I want you to appreciate the culture that changed your life. It took you from college dorm room eating fucking oodles and noodles. I want you who's well spoken and articulates himself well.
Rolling that eighth in a maxi pass.
I hope I piss your friends
Your
off.
fans gonna be disappointed. All the old guys, they're gonna be, they don't even know why I'm on here right now.
What they'll be disappointed is if you get up here and these bars you spit is trash, and I don't tell you they trash. So let's get to these raps since you're so nice.
I'ma take that.
There have always been many different generations of hip-hop. We have the Sugar Hills with the Bambatas, then you have the Kumo D's with the Rakens, then you have the Pox and you got the Bigs, then you got the Snoops, then you got the Dre's. You got everybody that came in different timing, you feel me? Then, you know, it moves on to Jay-Z, the Nelly run, then we have the Kanye run, the Lil Wayne run, then the Drakes, and every generation has this one thing where we shun the next generation, and they look back at the old generation with a lot of animosity because there's so much disrespect given from both generations. Now, I feel like this is something that we must get over, because it's like what I feel with the media. It's just like, yo, this shit happens all the time, and shit is people forget that the shit happens, and we just need to remember, like, yo, this game is forever moving. It doesn't stop, and you know, it's never an obligation for the younger generation to learn the older generation. They should want to learn the older generation. But if they don't, it's cool. And the older generation shouldn't feel no way about it. It's up for the older generation to be the teachers to make the students. Because that's why there's such disrespect between the generations, because nobody's trying to teach anybody. So the older heads are like, yo, why can't I get a deal? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? Why these niggas get it? I'm better than that. What you talking about? You know, and then that's where the animosity comes from. It comes from a lot of jealousy. It's a lot of jealousy from the older heads. Now, this is what's happening. Now, the older heads put themselves on a pedestal and left bad examples for the last generation. Still trying to recover from the generation of babies having babies and no fathers. You feel me? Like, you gotta understand, the next generation came and became the present generation. The old generation looked at them like, oh, that's wrong, because they learned what they should have taught them, but now that they're trying to teach it from all the bad examples that they left, it becomes more difficult. Then it becomes animosity, because each side don't understand each other. Because those same old heads put themselves on a pedestal and thought they was gonna be in position of power forever. And guess what? The game don't go like that. It's each one to teach one. And that's how we get a brighter future. Just like the little kid that knows the iPad, he knows the internet and all that stuff. The older head is like, yo, how can I learn that? And then he asks the young buck, and the young buck is like, nigga, you ain't teach me about this, you ain't teach me about that. So there was a whole generation that wasn't able to learn from them. Wasn't able to learn like, yo, this is right, this is wrong. And they always had to learn from their mistakes. That's why when, you know, you judge them and you want to like talk to them about like, yo, you shouldn't be doing this and that. It's like, how could you judge me when you used to do this? Love and Hip Hop is a great example of that, where, you know, the older heads, if you notice on Love and Hip Hop, they're not looking for the next best talent. They ain't looking for anybody hungry. They're looking for stuff that's going to benefit them at the end of the day. Last generation should have left better examples for the next generation. The last generation should have taught the newer generation how to do things a bit better. I say that to say this. The last generation messed up, you know, and it takes realizing that to make a difference. And for the newer generation, if you know better, then do better. And maybe we can make a little change. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Cyty Speaks. I'm Cyty West. See you next week.
Mamacita, all her hoes